Y'all go ahead, Cam.
Kaimon, what was it like bouncing between Jack and power end? Start there, I guess.
I feel like it was a little bit of a throwback Saturday for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I know for the first 2 years that I was here, I played that end and jack position previously as outside linebacker. So going back to it, man, it felt very familiar after a while, you know, knocked the rust off a little bit, but you know, it felt very familiar. Definitely held some responsibility with that, trying not to like to collide some plays with certain assignments and responsibilities that I have, but I definitely have fun with it, man. Just to show how versatile I am, and I appreciate Coach Chisholm for trusting in me to bounce between end and jack also.
How do you think the defensive line, did filling in for Noah Taylor and Des Evans and get new players in there, and how that rotation work from your perspective?
I feel like that's definitely something that is still challenging, just because Noah Taylor and Des Evans, they're definitely very great players for us up front, and losing those two definitely hit us with a low blow. But I feel like with us, what we harped on for the beginning of the season was to create depth. So I feel like with us, sadly losing those two, I feel like it gave opportunity for other guys to step up and play in and step in and play and plug into what we got going on. And I feel like that gave a lot of people opportunities to shine, and gave a lot of people opportunities to grasp the defense that we have and just to dominate on the weekends.
Max said you didn't practice a whole lot last week. You're a little bit banged up. How much did that maybe slow your comfort of going back into playing something that you did before, the jack, which is kind of like the hybrid? And now, are you practicing full strength this week, and do you think that'll kind of speed up your comfort in that spot?
Well, first of all, yes, I am practicing full speed this week, and also I feel like a part of that is just like the game of football is very much mental more than it is physical. The game of football is easy. People make it hard. The game of football isn't easy. It is easy, but I feel like with the jack responsibilities and the end responsibilities, I feel like that was a little bit of some mental gymnastics, in the way of Coach Chisholm puts it. But I feel like after a while, once I started grasping different responsibilities that I had, because there was a lot of things that were thrown at me in different scenarios, but I feel like once I got a grasp of that mentally, it definitely helped me, regardless if I practiced the entire week or not. But I definitely feel like, I'm more of a person that I need examples. I need to do it in order to learn. I'm more of a physical learner, so it's just like I need to be out there doing it. So if I make a mistake, I can learn from it and not make that mistake again. Or either if I did it right, then I can emulate that for Saturdays.
So with that being said, I would imagine the game film was really valuable to you on Sunday, because you got to see what you did in person, and now you're able to apply a little bit more full strength this week.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Film's always important, whether that you either practice through the whole week, or you don't, or you get one rep, or you end up playing 42. So it's just like, film study on Sundays, it can be a very enlightening but uncomfortable thing to do. But, it's one of those things, man, you live and you learn, and you put it behind you. To God be the glory, we got the dub, but, there's a lot of things that we could have fixed in that game, obviously. And we just stuck behind us, man, learn from the mistake that we had in the last game, and move on to weight, which is what we got.
If I could follow up on that real fast, those 3 straight questions. But you said uncomfortable. What was maybe uncomfortable for you Sunday that you saw Saturday that is easily fixable?
I feel like we had poor eyes, just in a lot of different scenarios. We a lot of leaky yardage that was supposed to be stopped, and I feel like that just starts from locking in on our responsibilities initially. The second that we put our hands in the dirt or put our cleats in the ground, man, I feel like we just we didn't focus on the little things as much as that we needed to. But I feel like that gave us an edge on Sundays when we watched it. Definitely watched it as a defense, talked about it as a whole, talked about this was not our standard of defense. And I feel like everybody listened to it, everybody understood that wasn't us. And I feel like once everybody kind of grasped that and took it, it was just we understood that we need to get this fixed quickly if we want to continue to have a successful season.
Wake is coming off of 2 losses. Well, Carolina has played them, in games that's been in the 60s, 50s, and everything. So, what's the challenges of this mesh offense that you got to defend?
Man, Wake's offense is very unique. Like you said, the mesh, man. That's the RPO is a dangerous game if you're not playing it with caution, or you playing it with a good head on your shoulders. But I know with Wake Forest, man, they're gonna come in playing their best game, regardless of the 2 losses they came off of. And so with them playing their best, we got to come with our best as well, because they had those 2 losses, that doesn't mean we're not going to see the best Wake Forest that we haven't seen as they were having their success in the beginning of the season. So we definitely have to lock in this week. We got to pay attention to the little things. We basically have to fix whatever we did not do so well last week, and harp on that this week so we can come out with a dub this weekend.
Kaimon, what has been the key to you guys being able to get so many turnovers this year, every game except for Georgia State so far?
I feel like us is just like, I harp on the little things, man, because the little things, man, you really gotta harp on those things, man, because if you don't, that you can cause a lot of catastrophic plays that are against us. So I feel like us being able to pass rush a lot better. I feel like putting pressure on the quarterback, whether it's a sack or not, and also just guys in the back end, the safeties and the corners and the linebackers, just covering their butts off back there, man. Just allowing magic to happen back there, man. Because I know with the works of Coach Warren and Coach Stig, man, they're all those guys 24/7 about the little things, the coverages, how they need to be in the certain spots in certain scenarios. So just to see that come to fruition, just getting more and more turnovers as time goes on, man, it's a beauty to see. So I feel like we're gonna really need those this weekend as well.
Kaimon, Mac was saying that, just from an overall perspective, defensively, you guys should be better now that you've played a game sort of in the new normal without Dez, without Noah. I mean, Ray's been out for a couple of weeks now. Do you think that, okay, you've had one game now, you're shifting between these positions, you feel like moving forward, you have sort of that baseline understanding of what it's going to take now in the way that you guys are now defensively?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We're athletes, so we gotta change on the fly, man. We gotta adapt to change very quickly, whether we agree with it or not. And like I said, losing Noah, losing Dez, losing Ray, just like losing those key guys that are in our front lines, man. That's you hate to hear it. It sucks to have, but at the same time, we gotta adapt to it. So yeah, I feel like having that little bit of change last week in Virginia, not having Dez up front, it caused us to see what we can work with, man. And I know we got some great guys that's in our D-line room, got some great guys in the jack room that can fill in those spots, man. And just in the sake of me just switching back and forth from in to jack, it just allows us to show the talent that we have in our rooms. It allows me to show how versatile I am and how I can adapt to any situation that I can if you need to put me there. And I feel like that's just gonna allow us to get better. It's gonna allow us to rotate guys in and out when we need to, and it's just gonna allow us to be more successful on the defensive line.
What do you like playing? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
What do you like playing better, Jack or outright?
Hey, wherever y'all need me at. So.
What's the difficulties of one versus the other?
I would definitely say probably just learning the coverages part of it. I know now, me being older, I definitely understand the concept part of it now, just coming with different coverages, operating in different scenarios of whatever formation the offense can throw at us. But I know that's still something with coverages, man, you can still, you have so many questions like what if A and B does this, or what if somebody does this in this scenario, what if it's first, second, third, fourth down scenario. So it's just it's always some unanswered questions that can come with coverages. So that's definitely something that I can still learn, whether if I have a good grasp on it or whether I don't. But coverages is definitely something that has to be the one that gets me from time to time.
Is that with Jack, knowing when to drop and stuff?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Kaimon, can you cover?
Yes, sir. No question.
Whatever they need, baby.
Yeah, I know. You're primarily coming off the edge at power in. It's got to be something different, get out there in space.
Hey, I'm an athlete, man. I can do whatever.
You said earlier, seriously though, you said earlier you appreciated Coach Shizit trusting you,
Yeah.
and I guess giving you the opportunity. Some people don't like change. You weren't no, I just want to stay at end. You were fine with making the adjustment and putting yourself out there. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, man. Shoot, when you get get to the league, man, if a coach wants you to be in a certain position, you can't just tell the coach no.
Right.
You gotta adapt. You gotta be like, yes, sir, coach. All right, I'll get that done, and whatever that comes with it, you better learn it, because that may be the deciding factor whether you're down on the depth chart or where you become a starter. So I feel like with me having that open mind and having that ability to switch, and like I said, Coach Chiswick trusting me and allowing me to do that, I feel like that's just gonna make me more valuable. And like I said, I appreciate him for trusting me with that. And if he ever needs me back over there, I will gladly walk over there and I will play another snap.
You guys good?
Yep.
Thanks, Cam.
Great. Thank you.